or Stream Deck strategy isn't working. So yeah, welcome to the stream. I'm gonna be writing about well, the face that you see in the lower right-hand corner of the stream. So let's just start with some boilerplate. And I am so glad that I remembered to put the date as in 2022 because I keep forgetting that. Okay, so the tags I want are EN VTuber, which seems to be the catch-all tag for English-speaking VTubers. Yeah, this is live vlogging. As in I am blogging live. Let's have it EN VTuber right now. Oh, this is a nice groove. You know what? I'll make a little to-do list first. Right, Emacs likes it when I use dashes for these. And the 3.x is what I'm currently using right now. It's webcam based with VC Face. So let's start here. This seems like a good place to start. And show a... What's a good way to phrase this? It doesn't show that webcam view shows and use maybe software. Okay, so I use 3D software to... okay, I'm just gonna look up what a VTuber is on Wikipedia. Let's do that. Let me just make a separate browser window for this. Let's call it Stream Edge. That sounds like a good idea. This can't backfire whatsoever. Okay, I'll put this on. Oh, cool. That worked already. Awesome. I was gonna put it on Hacker News as a sort of place to test it, but it looks like it just picked it up right away. Awesome. Is an online entertainer who uses a virtual avatar generated using computer graphics and real-time motion capture software. It's supposed to be a laptop. If you look at the shape of this, you can tell that it's a laptop screen that's at an angle a little bit. And with the rounded edge right there, I'm pretty sure that's supposed to be a facsimile of a laptop. I had that thought too at first, but then I saw the curve right there, and I was like, oh yeah, that's a laptop. Okay, this allows me to have a unique presentation experience. Welcome to the stream, everyone. It's just going to be a nice laid-back writing stream where I explain how the face in the lower right-hand corner of the screen works. I'm going to go over all of the previous things that I've done, why they failed, and why I've had to keep researching other things. And I'm going to cover like all the stuff I've used and am currently using, because there is a lot of stuff behind the scenes. I have learned so much about Unity, and I have braved through so many YouTube tutorials. Holy crap. Why do people make this stuff and they make the tutorials only on YouTube, where it's like, you know, a 25-minute video with only about like 3 minutes of content, and the 3 minutes of content are spread out between like, make sure to like, favorite, and subscribe. Just everywhere. Oh, I hate it. I'm definitely going to be writing some more like how this stuff works and like go into more details later, but for right now, I'm just going to do like the overview. Another side effect of doing all this is that it's actually a lot easier to edit videos that have this in it. Mostly because the model doesn't have a lot of facial state. So if I mess something up, I can just like stop, reset to neutral, and then start that paragraph again. And when I edit it in, besides the slight head position change, you're not going to be able to notice it. It is absolutely beautiful. But yeah, this software that I'm using right now, VC Face, I kind of like it. I'm probably going to end up looking into things like, oh, what is it called? All these softwares start with V. V Magic Mirror. I'm probably going to use V Magic Mirror in the future because it has hand tracking, which this software does not. Okay, what's one of the best way to put this? How about some of the best things in life start as the worst mistakes imaginable and where is that? Oh, right. I can show this again and go here, blog, convoluted VR chat, Google Meet setup. There we go. That's the tweet I want. Open link in new tab. No. Embed tweet. That's the one I want. Customization options, hide conversation. Yeah, cool. Sure. The way I have Markdown set up on my blog is that I can freely mix HTML and Markdown should I need to. I'm going to start a Cargo Watch job in the background. Cargo Watch is a tool that will automatically look for file changes in a Rust project and then automatically restart, recompile and restart your program when those things change. My site is an app written in Rust, so basically what I'm doing here is I'm telling it to constantly rebuild the site and get it in development mode so that I can take a look at it. And I'm running this on Numa, so wait for this to build, wait for it to parse all the markdown, and then, yeah, I'll be able to... Yep, it's going to take a moment to parse all the markdown. Or it's gonna fail because I have a file half-edited. I guess it's gonna fail because I have a file half-edited. I need to fix that. Okay, and this is this is what it looks like when I have my blog in developer mode. It's super exciting. Oh yeah, so those little like conversation fragment things on the blog are done through abusing Markdown link syntax. It's really horrible. I'm working on doing it better, but for right now, this is how I do it. I forgot to paste this stream link somewhere. I did. So let's do that. Did I forget something else? I feel like I forgot something. I'm not sure what, but it's bothering me because it feels like I absolutely forgot something. You know what? We'll figure out what it is when it comes. It's probably nothing important. And if it is important, we'll find out together. Put the link later in that sentence. I could use it with my PC using virtual desktop. No, wrong tab. I need to train myself. When I'm streaming, I need to use the stream browser. Ah, yes, vrdesktop.net, the one website I can't remember the name of. Ah, yes, I don't have focus follows mouse in Windows. I've tried doing that a couple times. It's a mistake. Just don't do that. Just on Windows, do not do that at all. That is not what you want. It sucks, because, like... Do I want dual click in Windows? I think I want dual click. That sounds about right. Plug in my piece. I will say though, like, if you want a semi-decent VR experience out of the box without having to tweak a lot of things, the Quest 2 is a really great option. The worst part is Facebook. Like, everything else is amazing. The price is really great. The software that's available is usually pretty good to great. There are a couple notable exceptions, but for one, there's a Kizuna Eye game on the Quest Store. Don't download it. It is total garbage. It is a waste of your time. It's supposed to be a rhythm game, but it's like painfully slow. It hurts. Yeah, there's people keep trying to compare VR chat to Second Life, and that always feels like super wrong to me. VR chat is much more of an IMVU than a Second Life. The main difference is that Second Life is way more about building, creating, and persistent things, while VR chat is all very ephemeral, not super customizable, and it is a pretty decent platform to get a decent experience talking with people. And during the age of COVID, it's been one of the few things that's been keeping me sane. So yeah, when I use VR chat to record things, even after even now that I have VC Face and everything set up, I'm probably still gonna do some recordings in VR chat, because VC Face, the speech is probably good enough, as you can tell. If you like pay really close attention to the way my avatar's mouth is moving versus the ways that people's mouths normally move when they're speaking, you will notice that there is a lot of difference there. My avatar is really not expressive. The main things that my avatar can do are like ah, eh, e, o, u. So, like, you know, the 5 basic vowel sounds, and that's it. VR chat has a few more consonant sounds as well, which kind of makes it look a bit more natural. Of course, now you're cursed into always seeing that, and I've ruined the stream for you forever. Make sure to like and subscribe. Oh wait, no, it's Twitch. What do you do on Twitch? You follow, right? Because subscribe is the one that makes you pay money, but yes, I'd definitely be okay if you subscribe to my channel. I think so. I'm gonna have to check. It probably doesn't matter. Yeah, I've been thinking about making like a patron slash Twitch follower Discord separate from the one that I usually run. I just haven't gotten around to it yet. I kind of haven't decided if I want to do that kind of community building. I might, but I still haven't decided yet. Silver, I'm writing about nerd stuff. Yeah, this is me explaining how like the VTubing setup works. Is it called? The horizontal flip option is bugged and will likely cause crashes. Okay, so it is called virtual cam. Or has this been obsoleted? Has it been obsoleted? Video capture device. Oh, I think I'm actually using the one that's built into OBS. Okay. Okay. for this to build. Oh, that was fast. There we go, we got the Twitter embed. And we got the place where I just randomly cut off at the word version because I'm smart. Wait, pumpkin spice shit is going on sale? Oh, yeah, I guess it is. I'm gonna admit something here that is gonna sound kind of shocking, but at the end of last year was the first time that I had a pumpkin spice latte. Yes. I mean, like, it wasn't the next coming of sliced bread, but it was kind of nice. It had a nice blend of flavors, spices, and aromas that was really good to, just sip on. I'd have it again. Yeah. I mean, it's not like, the thing that changes coffee forever, but it's also not, like, objectively horrible. It's cozy. It's kind of like lo-fi hip-hop. It's derivative. It's not really treading a lot of new ground. But what it does do is great as an addition to things. Salted caramel apple spice. Okay, you've sold me. You have absolutely sold me. Salted caramel apple spice. That... Oh god, that sounds delicious. That flowed very well. I mentioned that above that I did VR wirelessly, but didn't go into much detail of how much of an excruciating, mind-numbing pain it was. It was an excruciating, mind-numbingly painful thing to set up. No, I want com, not co. Thank you. I don't want a generic parking domain landing page thing. That's not what I want. I want the actual side quest page. Yeah, when I experimented with ALVR at first, it was pretty. The first 5 minutes when I had it enabled, it was kind of magical. But then I realized the latency. Holy crap! It kind of ruined me. Um. Oh, how should I phrase this? You know what? Let's do a little side link about at the time Oculus Airlink didn't exist. Yeah. Yeah, I'll put a note in there. Thanks for pointing that out. Airlink does work pretty well. I used Airlink right up until I got my index, but yeah. The big thing that kills it is latency because Wi-Fi is based on shouting. Yeah, wired PC link is always going to be the highest bandwidth. Um, yeah, like USB-C is always going to be faster than shouting. Okay. Beamforming does exist, but I don't believe it's in use with Wi-Fi 5, which is what I was using at the time. I do know that WiGig, which is what they use for doing it Vive wirelessly, does use beamforming, partially because the WiGig protocol is so frail. But yeah. Okay, so when I first got this thing set up with VR chat, I remember one of the first calls I had with someone. It was this poor intern. It was like I think his second day on the job, and I had a one-on-one with him, and he was not ready to see like this anime ass waifu on the other end of the line. Oh, poor guy. He looks like he looked like I had lobsters crawling out of my ears. Oh, he he survived. He's fine. We still talk. Um, but yeah, that was kind of amusing at first. I know, right? Just imagine that being your first impression of me. Oh, that's a good way to put this. Business casual. I'm pretty sure most people reading my blog know what a Valve index is, but you know what? I'm going to put a link there just to be safe. The Valve index is like... yeah, it's basically currently the best VR headset you can really get. The main way that it sucks is the main way that all PC VR headsets suck because, well... PC VR headsets suck because PC gaming is a hellscape. And it's expensive, and especially with the kind of hardware that you need for VR, because holy crap, you think normal AAA gaming is taxing. Normal AAA gaming has to render the game once at 60 frames per second, or sometimes even down to 30 frames per second. With VR, you have to have a minimum of 60 frames per second at like, actually, a minimum of 72 frames per second. Otherwise, you risk a lot of people getting motion sickness. Yeah, my hope is that there's rumors that Valve is working on something called the Deckard. And the rumors are that it's a standalone VR headset, as well as being a normal PC VR headset. That would be amazing, and it would basically be my everything headset, like travel, home usage, everything. I will pay so much of that. A certain person from a certain tech channel thinks that it's short for DEC, alternate reality device, where DEC is the Steam Deck. And yeah, the Quest 2 does do hand tracking. Oh, you know what? I'm going to hijack this for a moment. I'm going to show you something amazingly cursed. Let me just load this up over here. Have to go into YouTube Studio for this. Oh, I do have a spot reserved for my Steam Deck. After Q2 this year. So here's hoping it's sooner. Oh my gosh, I found it. Okay. Okay, so presented without context, here is Finger Saber. This is a mod for Beat Saber that uses Yeah, it is an absolutely cursed mod for Beat Saber for the Quest, but it works amazingly. Um, it's Beat Saber with your pointer fingers. Um, the mod author claims that you can use this to play Beat Saber on a train, and I am so tempted to find out if that's actually the case the next time I'm allowed to travel. God, I hope I'm allowed to travel soon. I just made myself sad. I'm going to go back to writing. Yeah, at one point I was playing Beat Saber and then my husband walked into the room and told me that I looked like an absolute goober doing that, and I couldn't get back into flow with Beat Saber, and I ended up failing the song, and he was surprised, and I got slightly frustrated at him for that. Yeah, it's fine. We poke each other. We live. It's part of being adults. Yep. That's also part of the reason why I don't do mixed reality streams. Mixed reality streams, by the way, are when people do some. I don't even know what kind of magic they're doing, but they basically like figure out where the camera should be in 3D space relative to where a third person camera in the game is. And with a green screen, they will chroma key like their physical body into the real game world, into the game virtual world, so that they can do like dancing and stuff without having to have full body tracking done. Yeah, I've seen that done with Live. Yeah, I think Live is one of the ways they do it. There's some dark magic going on there. It's really impressive. I think the Oculus app for iPad uses the LiDAR sensor to help you do that. I'm not sure. It's not really something that I've looked into because I just don't like it. I don't like doing it. I'll watch some mixed reality content, but I won't make it, I don't think. Yeah, another thing is that when you really get used to wired VR, holy gosh, it it ruins you so bad. You can't go back. You just can't. It's so different. I think the Wi-Fi router that we have at home is Wi-Fi 5. I know there's an option to get Wi-Fi 6, but if I end up getting Wi-Fi 6, I'll probably end up getting like a separate Wi-Fi 6 hotspot just for wireless VR stuff. But I don't, again, with the Index, I don't really do it often enough to really justify it anymore. If I was still using my Quest full-time for all the streaming and stuff I do, then yes, I definitely invest in that. Holy crap. I would use a big old link cable, but the layout of my room isn't really amenable to that. Misusing the standard numbers for Wi-Fi. Yeah, 802.11, whatever. Is it 802.11? No. No. One column up. There we go. 802.11 is Wi-Fi, yes. Wait. IEEE 802. Is this from like February 1980 or something dumb like that? Come on. Okay, yeah, I think Wi-Fi 5 is AX? Either way, once they got to the point where they were, 2 letters, I can't blame them for switching to numbers. It's probably one of the few things in tech that has, like, semi-sensible naming that is, at least somewhat normie-friendly. Oh, the number 802 has no significance. Okay, cool. I vaguely remembered something from my Cisco class in high school about it being like standard starting in February 1980, but that might have just been the instructor trolling us, because the instructor did that sometimes. Make sure to stay hydrated, especially when you're monologuing while writing out kilobytes of blog content. Give it a sec. Actually, if you want to see something kind of cool. Oh, hydrate has been redeemed. Okay, I have to remember how to do the reward queue. Hydrate. Another hydrate. Hydration complete. But yeah, if you want to see something kind of cool, up in the upper half of my the right side of the screen is the CPU usage bars from HTOP. HTOP is a program that lets you see CPU usage and just a view of all of the processes running on a computer. In this case, you can see that it's running Tailscale, which I'm SSH'd into this over 8 Tailscale, and the main thing that's running is a VM called Senna, which is my Alpine VM. So the cool part, though, is that if I save this, oh no, if I change something, and I save this, what's going to happen is that it's going to start parsing everything, and you're going to see that it's only maxing 1 core. I thought it would properly spread out the load. Okay. 502 bad gateway. That shouldn't happen. I'll probably figure that out later. But yeah, when my website starts up, it reads all of the markdown files, scrapes out the front matter, converts the markdown to HTML, puts everything in RAM, and then goes on to serving things. I serve everything out of RAM because I'm crazy. Get the stream edge back. I think the actual version number for my avatar model is 3.4.2. Let me double check. Yeah, 3.4.2. I increment the version number every time I do like a really significant change. I think the most recent patch version that I changed was these jiggle bones. I need to fix the springiness. Hair normally isn't that springy, but yeah, it works. It's enough to get started. Focus this, focus that, focus this, and banish VC face under everything else. Never to be seen again, except via the stream. Gotta capitalize YouTube correctly because that's how this blog is. We capitalize GitHub and YouTube. Oh, by the way I just deleted a word like that was Control W. That's the keybind in most command line things for unword. I think it's actually called something else, but unword is how I remember it. how do I phrase this? So they're using software that picks out their face from a webcam and then attempts to map changes into it to instructions for a 3D model. Yeah, I think that's one of the best ways to put it. Because, like, actually, you know what? I can show you something kind of cool. Let's go into general settings. Let's go down here. Show tracking points. Okay, now let's add a window capture and okay. So, is that actually going to capture it? No. Capture method, Windows 10. There we go. Okay, so, it is capturing the cursor. Oh, okay. So right here is the face model that it's capturing off of the webcam. So this right here is what VC Face uses in order to activate the proper animations on my model. This tracking point cloud right here looks absolutely creepy as hell. It is nightmare fuel incarnate. However, it works. It works pretty well, I would say. Let's just banish this before it gets too powerful. There we go. Nice you. Actually, you know what? Let's take a screenshot of that and let's have like one of the first real screenshots on this post, because this is a very visual post. This talks about a lot of visual stuff, but I don't really use any real visuals at all. Mostly because I have made a mistake and I have accidentally sabotaged the wireless VR setup, so I can't really do that again without breaking the index setup. Oops. Yeah. I'll just upload this screenshot to Backblaze real quick. My blog uses Backblaze B2 for hosting most of the image assets on the website. Some of the earlier stuff before I set up B2 is directly in the Git repo. However, it's making the Git repo get pretty large. And as a side effect, it also makes the deployment slug rather large, and it's starting to get to be a pain. So I'm attempting to be conscious about using B2 as much as possible. I don't remember the URL for VC Face off the top of my head, by the way. It's in the upper left-hand corner of the VC Face UI, and I just copied it there. Oh, yeah. Yeah, VMagic Mirror does also work. It like one of the things I like about VMagic Mirror is that it has a little option where it'll show a virtual keyboard. The only problem with that virtual keyboard is it's in QWERTY, and I don't use QWERTY, so it makes my avatar's hands bounce around a lot. It's on my list of things to try. I'm definitely going to look into it because VMagic Mirror has hand tracking, and you can't see it because VC Face doesn't have hand tracking. But when I am doing when I am talking about these things, I have like some level of hand gestures going on, and it is absolutely frustrating to me that you can't see them because it feels like I'm making the hand gestures for no reason. Yes, it has hand tracking with Leap Motion. However, I do not have a Leap Motion. VMagic Mirror has limited hand tracking with your webcam. You know what? I'm gonna let that think for a moment, and I'm gonna see what this looks like. Was that the unplug sound from Windows worked into a song? That was beautiful. Either that or some device actually did just get unplugged from my machine. Oh, yeah, there we go. No, that actually was the song. Oh my gosh, that's beautiful. Holy crap. I'm probably going to end up getting Elite Motion. Um, the main problem is I'm running out of USB ports. Um, when you're a nerd, you run out of USB ports really quick. Um, I would just get a hub, but I'm also running out of USB bandwidth. Not just so I'm not just running out of ports, but I'm also running out of bandwidth. It's a huge mess. Don't be a computer person. Oh, now you're telling me? Yeah, now I tell you, don't be a computer person because you will be forever doomed to have opinions. And those opinions that you have will sometimes be wrong. And if you post about those opinions on twitter.com, sometimes people will go out of your way to tell you that you're wrong and that you're a shame to your family and, woe shall be your entire lineage for 17 generations or something. Is that how that goes? I'm not sure. I missed that memo. But yeah, the lesson of the day here is that computers are bad, and that we should have all escaped to the forest while we could, because it's too late now. No, if you yeet the computer into the volcano, that just increases the chance that the volcano will start thinking, and you do not want that. We taught the sand to think. It's our responsibility now. The full list. It's fun, angry, sorrow, joy, sorrow, and surprise. Extra credit if you know why I chose that particular vowel order. No, it is not. It has nothing to do with my keyboard, and everything to do with the country that is responsible, with the country from whom people are responsible for making the avatar standard that this software uses. Okay, it's the vowel order in Japanese. A, I, U, E, O. Then why didn't you say so, you goofus? Don't worry, I'm nowhere near fluent. I, you think I'd have like, okay, I found out that anime existed during Japanese class. Um, yeah, I watch a lot of anime. I picked up some things, but I'm nowhere near fluent. I'm more fluent in Esperanto than I am in Japanese at this point. Where's that one Oculus page? Ah, lip sync. Ah, yes, the lip sync API. That is what VRChat uses. So, yeah, I know. So, this page with frightening GIFs, yeah. No, this is the one with the frightening GIFs, okay. So, here are the, here's the frightening GIF that explains all the speech sounds that the Oculus speech face speech thingy can detect. And yeah, this GIF is incredibly frightening, but it really does represent what the speech bones are actually doing. You know what? I think I have enough. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I have enough GPU headroom to open Unity. Let's open Unity and take a look at the avatar's facial bones. VRM. And now let's wait for Unity to load for a million years. Waiting a million years for Unity. By the way, something I had to learn the hard way, don't put your Unity projects on a rotational drive. You will drive yourself crazy with how long it takes to load things. Unity normally is not like the fastest thing to load, but if you do it with on a rotational drive, you will absolutely drive yourself insane. Let's do the lower poly one. I think this is probably better to. Oh, okay. Let's hope that's good enough. Okay. And then hide edge. So yeah, how do I zoom in half? Because if I zoom in all the way, you know, it goes to that. But if I zoom that, then no, 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 no. Okay, I give up. So where is it? Oh no, I have to go into this scene. I have to go into sample scenes. And then, how do I see what a camera sees? For anybody that deals with Unity professionally, I apologize in advance at how bad I am with this. Audio listener, yeah, that's fine. Avatar description. Blend shapes. Blend shapes are the one. So now this previewer down here is okay. Hydrate has been redeemed. 1 sec. I have to go get more water. Oh, let's hope it doesn't get off kilter too much. Oh, hey, that actually worked. Awesome. Doing that usually doesn't work. Dev. Mark is complete. Okay, so where was I? Blend shapes. Okay. So what you see here is a lot of sliders. These sliders are, well, they control many things. Oh, I am occluding that, so I'll just hide my avatar view. You'll just have to pretend it's there, trust me. Okay, so this is the ah sound. So I can adjust the slider for how much it makes my avatar's mouth open, like someone saying the ah sound. Rippin verified only chat. Moderation. Phone number verification is off. Did that work, Kohai Dev? I think I changed it. You might have to have a verified email. I'm pretty sure having a verified email means that, like, you know, got the email link from Twitch and clicked it to say that, you know, you actually do have an email address. Sorry about that. It's something that I use to help mitigate the chance of abuse. Oh, there we go. Hello, Kohai Dev. Sorry about that. I am paranoid. But yes, where was I? Here are all the sliders. Ah, okay. Sorry about that. I made it a bit paranoid. I will fix that later after the stream. So you know what? Let's how do I copy it? Create blend shape clip. Okay, so let's call this one test. This test one is going to be fairly ineffectual, but we can show you all the different things. So we have ah, we have cha, or we have ch, we have d, we have e, we have f, we have I, we have k, we have n. The n is also used for m because n and m have the same facial movements and they're basically the same sound. Fun fact. The main difference is that n is a lot more nasal than m. And n is usually done with a faster movement in your tongue than m is. We have o and o. These two look similar. Oh, stacking them like that is incredibly cursed. But if you'll notice, this one is a bit more wide, and this one is a bit more tall. And there's p, which doesn't really have many visually distinct things, but it's actually moving some stuff inside the face and tongue in order to make it look like that. Then we have r, and then sil. I don't think I have a sil bone. I don't. Okay. And then s and th, where it's just, you know, like a nice shorter movement of the mouth. And there's other things like like adjusting like eyelid open status, eyebrow position, lowering eyebrows sometimes to cursed levels, big angie, etc. Thanks for the sub, Lincoln one. I hope that I'm able to do more content like this that is interesting. Oh god, I have no idea what I'm doing with most of this. I'm gonna totally admit, I have no idea what I'm doing. But, you know, there's lots of different sliders that change lots of different things. Oh, that is a judgment glare if I've ever seen it. Where's the Mabu half R? Is there a Mabu half R? There is. Oh my gosh, I need to set this to one of the things. I might set it to I think I'll set it to surprised. Wow, that is a judgment glare. I'm pretty sure there's like something to adjust the lower eyelids. I need to document what half of these sliders do because I have no idea what they do. Like half of the sliders are in like Japanese.
But it's not a thing about making it accurate. It's a thing about making it feel right.
Oh, okay, that was pretzel. Okay. That was amazingly accurate. That was amazingly on point there. Yeah, it really isn't about making it accurate. It's about making it just sort of like good enough. Oh, I can wink each eye individually. Okay. I can flatten eyebrows and lower them. Okay. I'm going to figure out how to use this program at some point.
There's an error that feels good, then you leave it in.
If there's an error that feels good, you leave it in. Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. That's clip-worthy right there.
But it's not a thing about making it accurate. It's not about getting all the errors out. It's about getting it to feel right.
Okay, that's kind of a half-truth. I have some idea of what I'm doing now. Thanks to, like, bashing my head into things and figuring things out the hard way. Not to mention braving through so many YouTube tutorials. Like, okay, the process of getting these things working was a nightmare. I think I was, like, 3 YouTube tutorials in before I found something that actually works. Oh god, it was bad.
You know, if it's an accident that's an error that feels good, then you leave it in.
I think I know somewhat what I'm doing, though. I'm just not comfortable enough to say that I actually know what I'm doing. Yeah, so, I'm gonna try to stay still for a second, and you might be able to see it, but, if you notice the, let me edit the properties. Oh, I do capture the cursor. Okay. So, if you notice, the cursor is right below the ahoge in my model's hair. And if you notice that if I sit very still, the ahoge bounces a little bit because I have VC face set to emulate a constant gust of wind under, like, I think directed from northwest at my avatar. And that constant gust of wind basically keeps things moving. But because it's a constant gust of wind and the spring force of my avatar's hair is pretty constant, it's able to make things just slightly sway a little, which kinda helps make sure that things don't look too samey all the time. It kind of helps get things to keep moving. I don't know. I have to experiment a lot with these constants. When I am setting up like the spring bones and stuff, I am pulling numbers out of my ass. And you know what? Let me show you how you test spring bones. Are you ready for this? Okay, so what you do is you start this in game mode, and you go to the scene. By the way, these different colored circles are all of the spring bones in my avatar. I have each group with a different color set of circles so that I can keep some track of what's going on. So what you do is you grab your model avatar by the hip bone, and you just scrumble the poor friggin' thing, and that shows you all of the movements of all of the bones. Let me see if I can get a view from behind, because that's a bit easier to see. The rotate view is the one that's normally used. So if I shake my hair back and forth, oh, it's pivoting around the crystal. Okay, it's not what I wanted to pivot around, but I will take it. Oh no, that's where the hip point is. The hip point is in the necklace. What? That's not where hips are. How did you do that? No, Unity. 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 But yeah, I can go speed. And everything will resolve itself. Yes, hair go spinny. And that and tweaking constants is the incredibly scientific process that I use in order to mess with the jiggle physics. It is, oh god, it is such a pain. It takes a while to edit things, but the really frustrating part has to do with how Unity works. And the really frustrating part about how Unity works here, yeah, I guess it does make it fun to look at my hair. But like I was saying, the really frustrating part about how Unity works is if I have it in that view, you know, where I have all of these things and I'm messing with them, like, I'm gonna go to the scene here. I understand why they did this. I know why, as a technical decision, the people that made Unity decided to do this. But if I edit things like the position of my avatar model, and then I unclick play, everything gets reset to what it was before I started editing things in the UI. I want to be clear. I understand why they're doing this. I know the reasons for this, but it is so frustrating because sometimes I'll want to mess with the numbers live, and then I don't take notes of what the numbers that I did were. So, you know, I've spent like, 10, 20 minutes adjusting numbers to try to make things look more natural, for some definition of natural, and then, I'm like, okay, I have it done, and then I unclick play, and it all goes away, and I didn't take it down in my notes, and I am so frustrated with myself, I want to cry. Apparently that's the game dev, the eternal game dev mood, according to a game dev friend of mine, whom I worry about their mental health on a regular basis. Yeah, when you're messing with sliders, just take notes. Take notes. Just do it. You'll save yourself time. Take notes. I think this is a coffee mood. The coffee emoticon, by the way, is one that, you know what, yeah, it's this. It is an exasperated orca drinking coffee. I haven't decided what blend of coffee is canonically used in that emoticon. Probably something strong. Oh, no, I don't want to close that tab. Yeah, I also need to figure out a good way to translate the springbone constants that I've been messing with in the VRM format to my VR chat avatar. But that's like cross ecosystem, and it is a huge pain. Oh my god, it is such a huge pain. I am amazed that I managed to get this far with this avatar model because, like, holy crap, it is so hard to move a VR chat model into a VRM file and vice versa. It is bad. It is really bad. Thanks for the sub, Kohai Dev. It means a lot and helps the channel grow. And yeah, if you sub, I think if you're one of the first 20 subscribers, it will give you a shiny first badge that I believe will stay with you for all time. Let me double check on that. Founder's badge. A Founder's badge is a subscriber badge that will be exclusively available to the first 10 Prime or paid subscribers of affiliate channels and the first 25 Prime or paid subscribers of partner channels. Yeah, it showed it instantly for me. I'm probably gonna try and see about uploading some of these emojis, or some of these as Twitch emojis. I have to go through some sort of approval process though, so I'm gonna have to. I may just commission some custom ones. That would be cool. Custom Twitch emojis of like an orca caffeinating or. You know, the shark girl, like, dabbing. Oh, yeah, it's markdown link syntax that I have hacked up to hell. You know what? CD dot let's see, source. I need to reorganize this so bad. Yeah, here's the branch of code that does this. So basically, when my website reads markdown files, first it extracts the front matter out of it, and that's done in a separate step. But this step right here renders the markdown into an HTML string. So I have some ComRack options. ComRack, by the way, is the Markdown to HTML processor that I use. It's made by a friend of mine, and I believe it's in use by Reddit. But either way, I have ComRack options, I use automatic linking, I use tables, I use description lists, even though I have it enabled, even though I don't use it. I use superscripts, strike through, footnotes, I should really use those. But the big thing that I do is I also have unsafe set. The unsafe thing lets me put raw HTML inside Markdown. ComRack is normally designed for untrusted user input, and by setting the unsafe flag, I am saying, yes, all of this user input is trusted, trust me, yo. And it's like, okay. And then I also enable syntax highlighting. So I don't have to use JavaScript to do that. And then once... yeah. And then I parse the document into a syntax tree of Markdown elements, and then I iterate over all of the nodes. I borrow a mutable copy of every node that I visit, and I check if it is a Markdown link. If it is a Markdown link, I attempt to parse it, and if the scheme is not conversation, then, you know, I ignore it and go along with my merry life. But if the URL scheme is conversation, then I detach that node from the tree, get all of its child nodes, which will contain like the text of the link, or basically like no, all the way down to here. It'll grab that. It'll turn that into a string. It will render that markdown into it will treat that as markdown, render it to HTML separately. It'll crop some extra garbage that shows up sometimes. And then it will figure out the host of the URL to figure out the character name. Then it will use a separate HTML renderer, a separate HTML template. Let's pull that up. By the way, this is a massive hack. I don't really suggest doing this. This is what works for me. I'm desperately trying to move away from it, but I just can't easily. So, this is a template written with Ruct, R-U-C-T-E. It's a template engine for Rust, but the main special thing about it is that Ruct compiles all of its templates to Rust code at compile time using build.rs thing. And so with this, my templates get compiled into the application binary, and the optimizer goes to hell and back on them because, as far as the compiler cares, it's just Rust code. So I believe this is translated into a whole bunch of like write calls and, you know, variable substitutions and all of that. But yeah. And then I put the message in here, and the other special thing about the way I'm using Ruct here is I have this HTML string. And Ruct is also geared towards untrusted user input. So what the HTML string does is it says, okay, normally you're going to verify that I am actually saying HTML, that things, user input is untrusted. This HTML string says like, okay, yeah, fam, it's good, don't worry. So you can put raw HTML in there. And that's how all of that works. It is such a hack. This is so bad. This is amazingly bad code. But it's the good code because it works. Oh, and then yeah, once I have that rendered into a temporary buffer, I shove that buffer back into the markdown tree, and we just sort of pretend everything's okay. And it all works out. Yeah, this entire site is a huge hack. Oh, right, I have this browser. V Magic Mirror. That's a nice name for software. I've played with this. I still need to do more with it. Something I'd really like to do this year is use this VTubing setup for something related to my day job, other than meetings. I would like to give like a professional conference talk like this. Given that the apocalypse is still happening and everything's fully remote, I have a lot more options to do that. Oh, I have a screenshot of this somewhere, but I did get my boss to sign off on the idea. Okay, Twitter search operators. Is there a mentions? There. Latest. VTubing? This is it. Okay. There we go. So now embed tweet, copy code. Felt like I needed to sneeze, but I didn't, but it felt like I needed to sneeze. Oh, I hate that. Yeah, my boss and I are absolutely horrible for each other, but it is kind of glorious. It's one of those like for people watching it from the outside, it must be like one of those I can't watch but I can't stop watching kind of tire fires. Oh, Kohai, another thing about the little conversation fragments right here is that it will automatically choose between 3 image formats depending on what your browser supports, so that it can attempt to choose the most space efficient image format and save you download bandwidth. I use the picture tag for it. It's a really great thing that not many people know about. Do I have the script that I use to optimize images for this? Oh, I do. And I have a very creative name for it too, called Image Optimize. Let's see what this is. Okay. So it takes the file name as an argument. It uses WebP, AVIF, and Ping Crush. Creates a WebP at 75% quality, and it creates an AVIF at that quality, and then finally it crushes the PNG. Yeah, this is how I optimize images. Feel free to steal this file. I don't care. Oh, and then there's the ditherify thing. Oh, the ditherify experiment. Oh, that was a mistake, but see it in action. Here we are. So, I don't know how well the stream compression is treating this. I guess all the cool people are using Nix. Okay. Let me just go on a little mini rant for a second. Okay, you see this part right here. So Nix shell is a command that lets you spawn a temporary environment that has a certain set of packages. You can use it as a shebang line, and then you can have a second shebang line where you basically give Nix shell instructions on what packages to include in the environment, and then finally what interpreter to use. So when I mark this as executable and it runs, then automatically you are guaranteed to have these packages in your environment. They will be in the path, they will be ready to use, and you can just use them. Which means that I can have a predictable environment, and like, I don't have to say, oh, make sure you have libwebp installed, and you have to compile libavif from source from this one thing. No, it's just there. It just works. Like, this... It is difficult to express, like, how relieving it is to be able to run a script and have a consistent environment for that script. Because holy friggin' crap, computers are so broken. It's GPU for the avatar meets more GPU for games. Oh, what else is in the pipeline? There we go. I did call it big stage there. Yeah, I kind of want to have like a virtual conference talk stage that I can film talks in. Thinking about like, having a main screen, like a little podium, some distance between me and the podium, some lights that light things up, maybe a list of patrons scrolling along the bottom, and like a panel that will switch between the highest donating patrons. I still need to figure everything out. I have no idea what I'm doing. Yeah, Big Stage. That's actually a pretty great name for this type of project. Now, I'm really bad at... Okay, so, like, something I'm kind of bad at with the writing still is, like, introductions and conclusions. I've been working on it. I'm getting better over the years, but something that I'm still kind of bad at is the introductions and conclusions. So, like, for this, you know, let's go with something like, I hope was using script through all things I use to make my VTubing work, or at least pretend. Okay. YouTube link will not be live immediately. You know what? I'm gonna also do this thing where I cheat off of my... I'm gonna also do this thing where I cheat off of myself. And, I take advantage of what I have said in the past to figure out what I should say this time. So I'm going to go down to bashing Jason into shape with SQLite. And, you know what, Kohai Dev, I guess all the cool people are using Nix is the highlight of the chat for today. Not quite as great as if you were married to Sequelite, I'd be reporting domestic abuse, but you got to admit the domestic abuse of Sequelite one is just kind of amazing. Uh, is this post title bad? How I VTuber? Does that get the point across, or does that sound too broken Englishy? A lot of the times that I write titles like this, they just start as placeholders, and the placeholders end up being the permanent title. How I VTuber. You know what? I am using something that is obviously not a verb as a verb there, but you know what? People will deal with it. All right. Well, yeah. I think this is mostly good enough. I might do some off-camera editing and the like, but I think I got most of the core of this post down. Yeah, thanks for watching, everyone. I hope this was interesting. Gonna definitely be streaming more of these post-writing things in the future. Having people hanging out and watching and offering feedback as I go actually does help a lot. I'm still really, really experimenting with this format. I'm pretty happy with the with what I've gotten so far. Oh, yes, I have this thing. I'm pretty happy with this setup so far. It works pretty well. Oh, I guess in this mode you can actually see the back of the high ponytail sway in the wind a bit more. But yeah. Thanks for watching. I'm probably gonna post this tomorrow since I already made a post today. And the post today was even better. It was philosophy.